Davin Ogden here, and I'm here to answer your question. Your question is, what would be the 3 best SEO actions I could do for the best returns with the least amount of work? Alright, well, first of all, I'm going to tell you that without a doubt, with any website that you're going to create, your keyword research is above all most important. Right now here I have Market Samurai opened, and I'm going to show you why I like this particular program so much as compared to anything else I've tried out there. Inside Market Samurai they got just a lot more information than most keyword research tools got. If you look at the different categories, this one here is not only this here is the amount of searches that one could expect in a day, and that's right from the Google AdWords keyword tool. This is the amount of potential daily clicks that you could expect to get. Even though there's a lot of searches, you wouldn't get that many clicks. So that's the maximum amount of daily clicks. And what I really like about this particular program is they got a feature here that tells you the actual SEO value for ranking number 1 for a particular term. And the differences sometimes between trying to optimize your website for one term as compared to another can be just staggering sometimes. For instance, if we go down here right to the bottom here, I notice this is on weight loss, by the way. It's just I put in a general search for weight loss, and these are some of the keywords that it turned up here. But if you have a look here, right here, I'll just get it in there a little bit better. We see the term lose weight diet and lose pounds. So let's say we were thinking about optimizing your website for one of these terms. Well, the difference between the amount of searches per day for lose pounds and lose weight diet is there's a huge difference in the amount of searches, and not only that, but the amount of clicks you could expect if you were to achieve a number 1 position. And if you look here, the competition, the amount of other sites that are actually going after this keyword, it's really not that much of a staggering difference when you think about it. There's 273,000 there, there's 354,000 there. These are the actual websites that are using that particular keyword term in the title and in that exact phrase. So you can see there's actually more competing websites that are using that particular phrase in the title as compared to lose pounds. So that's very powerful information to know. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you come over here, you will see the difference between the SEO value for trying to optimize for the term lose pounds as compared to lose weight diet is just phenomenal. If you had a number 1 position for lose pounds as compared to lose weight diet, this is the amount of return you could potentially expect per year for having shown up in the the number 1 place in Google. Now, how exactly they come to those terms, I'm not exactly sure. I imagine it's based on a whole bunch of different factors that they have built into the software, but it's just an incredible amount of information to know about before you even start thinking about which terms you're going to be optimizing for. So that's Market Samurai, and if you see here too, this right here is the Google Trends. So instead of having to go to Google Trends and typing in each different keyword separately to find out what the trends is, you got all that information right here. You got the average cost per click, you got the average AdWords price for certain terms, and there's just a phenomenal amount of information in this program. So that's why I like this program the most out of anything I've tried in the past. I mean, it is still fairly new to the market, and actually some of the features aren't even in it yet, but you're asking me for the top 3 things you could do with the least amount of effort. Well, this is one, and even in the free version of Market Samurai, you get a lot of these features. Okay, so keyword research is number 1. Secondly, you definitely want, if you can at all possible, buy a domain with the main keyword that your site is focused on, and have that actual keyword inside of your domain title if you can. A lot of times you might not be able to, but if you can at all possibly do it, it's highly recommended that you do. Always use the keyword inside of your in the title of your main page. Have it spread out throughout the content, not too much of a severity, but have it nicely sprinkled throughout your page, so it's obvious to the search engines that you can, or what your page is about. And next, you definitely want to get your page indexed as fast as possible. And there's a few different ways of doing this. I mean, there's always, people have always said you got to submit your site to all these different search engines and all the rest of it. But to be honest with you, the way I've always learned is that you don't even have to do that. The best way to actually get your page noticed is to just let it happen naturally. Unless perhaps you're going to be submitting it into Yahoo. Yahoo does cost quite a bit of money to have it listed in their directory per year, but even Google looks at having a site that is submitted into the Yahoo directory. It has a big effect on the way Google views your site, because it lets them know that you're serious about your business, and you're not just going to be some fly-by-night guy that's just in it for a quick buck type of thing. So it looks good in the eyes of Google. At least that's what I've certainly always been led to believe. And as far as getting your site indexed, and as far as getting some very powerful links back to your site right away, I would recommend you use something along the lines of a service like Article Automation, which is from Mark Lindsay and Daniel Turner of PLR Pro. And the reason I suggest this is that they will send your pages out and your articles out to a blog network, and all of these sites on this blog network are on different class CIP addresses, and so it holds a lot more weight in the eyes of Google. And not only that, but when you are submitting your sites to a bunch of different blogs on a network such as that, you'll be able to link to your content with your anchor text right within the body of the article itself, which plays a lot, which bears a lot of weight in the eyes of Google as well. It gives you your links a lot more substance, as opposed to just simple article marketing, where you put a link back in your bio box, like on article directories. So those are my top 3 recommendations. So you're definitely your keyword research, job 1. Secondly, if you can get a domain name with your actual top keyword phrase in it. And of course, you're going to want to do the research for the rest of your pages in your site that are going to support your top keyword, and maintain the focus of your niche, and they will lend strength to the top focus of your site. And also getting your site indexed and doing it in a proper manner, and one of the most powerful manners as well. And I recommend you use something like Daniel Turner's and Mark Lindsay's Article Automation for something like that. So I hope that helps to answer your question, and I will contain a few links inside my written portion of my answer for you. And have yourself a great day there, Darren, and thanks for using easilyanswered.com.